It's Elite POV, coming live to your area on twitch.tv.
Let's fucking go!
We are your number one place for everything in the world of all elite wrestling. And just remember, when you're with us, you'll always be elite. Yo, it's clear to see when you open up your feed that ain't nobody better than Elite POV. We bring the heat to your screen every week, cause ain't nobody better than Elite POV. So understand every time that we speak that ain't nobody better than Elite POV. Our 3 letters is all you'll ever need, cause ain't nobody better than Elite POV.
Good evening. Yeah, I stole it. I said it first. You can.
Oh, you said it first.
Go ahead, Phil.
What's up, everybody? And welcome to Elite POV, where it's podcast time, and you know what that means. I'm one of your hosts, the Canadian Prince, Phil Cataldo. But you can call me Philium, alongside the draw, Anthony DiStefano.
What is going on? I am the draw, the real influencer of Elite POV, the microphone entertainer. Because would you rather be a podcaster or a microphone entertainer? And we are so excited to talk about WrestleMania this weekend. Let me tell you, I cannot wait. Logan Paul,
the 5-night extravaganza.
I will not let this joke go any further. Also, we have the producer who, Jacky Rodriguez. What's up?
What's up, everybody? This is like popping me so it's popping the boys.
Oh, she says it again 2 weeks in a row. She pops
2 weeks in a row.
Boys.
Oh my god! So if I'm the producer, who does that mean? I have to talk about Hawks and say a boot and
A boot, yeah.
When do I ever say a boot? Like
all the
never,
time.
never say
All the
a
time.
boot. I never
Constantly,
say
every
To be
conversation.
fair,
Talking about you
To be
always say
fair.
a boot.
He doesn't say a boot. He says a boot.
A boot.
About.
a boot.
A boot.
And
Well,
that other
what's up,
voice you
everyone?
hear, that other voice you hear is the microphone entertainer Kyle Masters.
I'm the king of talk style.
Yeah,
Kyle
the king of
Masters.
talk style.
You can have that moniker, and you can have my Twitter. Don't fucking follow me.
The king of talk style, the Mark Slayer.
Yeah, don't buy my merch.
By the way, speaking of people following us and buying our merch, one of our great listeners has a birthday. Happy birthday, Justin!
Happy birthday,
Happy
Justin.
birthday.
Yeah, send it if he's in the chat. I don't know, but
If
you
not,
are
it's
here.
your
Happy
birthday.
birthday.
I wouldn't
Happy
hang out with
birthday.
these fuckers
We said
on
it.
my
If you're not
birthday
here,
either.
too bad. We're not saying it again.
Yeah. And speaking of merch, ElitePOVmerch.com, you can get the Pop the Boys shirt. You can get the
That's
Baby
not-
Faces have.
No, that is not how you say it.
So say it. What shirt can we get, Ant?
Get the Pop the Boys merchandise.
Yes, you can. And then if it's your first time listening to this madness, welcome. We do the show every Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern on twitch.tv/ElitePOV with replays available on youtube.com/ElitePOV and anywhere you get your podcast. If you want more content and more stuff, because yes, we are going to be delivering even more stuff, head on over to patreon.com/ElitePOV. We have the 10-second count that's recording soon. Top Girl Talk. And right after this show, me and Kyle are going to be recording the first debut episode of Nerdy Elite. We're going to talk about the Mandalorian or the Book of Boba Fett, one of those
I
fucking shows.
thought it
I
was
don't know.
called Nerdy POV.
No, we
No.
looked
It's
up what
totally
Nerdy
a
POV.
different show.
We looked up what Nerdy POV
That's been
is, and it,
copyrighted already
I don't know if it's been copyrighted
by multiple sites.
Yeah, exactly. So look forward to that, and that'll
Of the
be up
rated
soon
R
for you guys.
Variety.
And also, kind of breaking news. I saw a lot of people talking on our social media in the live chat as well. You guys want a Discord. So I'm currently in the process of building a Discord. And obviously, we want to be able to give this to you guys. But we want to keep the community that we have here in our Twitch chats, in our comment sections, people that we talk to and see on social media and stuff like that. We want to keep it
Except me. I don't want
good
don't-
quality people.
Social
So
media.
we have to
Social
put it behind the Patreon paywall. But
Whoa,
it's
paywall.
only $1. If you subscribe to us
$1.
for our Patreon for $1, when the
$1.
Discord is ready, you'll get access to the
Will
Discord.
someone be able to break the 4th paywall?
Maybe,
Wow.
possibly, right? So
Wow.
it's
Thank you, the Discoordinator.
It's in its infant stages. Give me a chance to build it, but we are building it.
Baby
If
POVs
you build
in
it,
the
they will
room.
come, Phil.
Yes,
I was gonna
absolutely.
say it, but Kyle beat me to it.
Yeah, that's
So
right.
now we have a great show ahead for you guys. A lot of great stuff to talk about. Last night's AEW Dynamite was incredible, one of the best ones ever. But we want to start off with a little bit of news because Ant has got some things to say. I know we do class time with Philliam from time to time, and I get to rant.
Now
but
it's baby, it's back.
but the man who invented
the king of talk style, Anthony DeStefano, and with me, as always, is one of my comrades, Prince William. What's going on? No,
what's up?
What,
but no,
moving?
let me fucking intro the segment. Hold on.
You're
So
moving
Ant
me.
wants to.
Cross
the man who
off.
invented the rant. Okay, the man who
What's that?
invented the rant wants to talk about something that's going on social media.
Shit, my eyebrow though. Hold on.
Right? Something that's going on while Kyle makes the setup. Right? I'm not the teacher today.
I'm a sub.
So a little backstory before I let Ant go. Marco Stunt has been informed by Christopher Daniels that they will not be renewing his contract when it ends. Now, Ant, you have some words to say. Let these people know what you think.
All right, guys. I am the substitute teacher. First, I want to take attendance. Do we have AA Ron here?
Present.
Do we have D Nice?
Jackie, that's
yeah,
what you say
that's
present.
D Nice. Nice. All right. No. So
Damn, Kyle doesn't
obviously,
get a name?
no. Fuck Kyle.
Kyle is Balake.
No.
Balake? Is Balake here?
Timothy. Present. Oh my god. Wow. So we're talking. I hate social media. Don't fucking follow me. Chat. You're fucking me up now. Adam called you out. You know what? Go to the office, Adam. Go to the office right now. Walk down the principal. What's principal?
Shaq Hennessy.
Shaq Hennessy's office. No. So a lot of people like on social media that I've seen like in my secret account that nobody knows about because I don't want to follow anyone. I don't want you to follow me. I just literally just watch you marks from a distance. No. You see people complaining and bitching and, oh, look, there's budget cuts in aid. That's not a budget cut. What they did to Marco Stunt is not a budget cut. They didn't release him. They didn't fire him. What they did is they let his contract run out. You know, this happens in different types of companies and businesses. For instance, union painters, union electricians. Sometimes their contract runs out and they're taken off that job and put to a different job, right? Maybe with a different company that works for the union. Now they're with another company. This is everyday life. Like, and the thing that gets me is like people acting, right? Acting like Marco Stunt was like Rey Mysterio Jr. or like you just lost Chris Jericho to WWF or like I like Marco Stunt, right? I liked him a hell of a lot better than I like Christian Cage with Jungle Express, right? It made a lot more sense.
Jungle Express?
Jurassic Express with Jungle Boy. But you know what? You know what the fuck I'm saying, Kyle. You know what I'm talking about. I liked him a hell of a lot better with them. I don't think Christian Cage fits that vibe at all. But you brung in Danielson, you brung in Lee, you brung in Malachi, you brung in Andrade, you brung in Punk. The list goes on. It folds. There's a backside. We all know the people that they brought in. You're gonna have to let people like Janela go, right? Janela is going to be successful with GCW, right? Marco Stunt is going to be successful with GCW. If you're not going to use them, why just let them sit on your roster? That's why I was shocked that they signed Brian Cage, right? Because if you're not going to use them, Tony Khan seems like someone.
Well, they didn't sign Brian Cage. They just picked up his option, which is weird.
They didn't fire anyone. I hate when people are like, oh, it's a budget cut thing. No, it's not. It's called budget management.
Yeah.
This guy doesn't fit in their plans for the budget.
That was the
AEW
news
doesn't
article,
do
though.
blood money shows.
That was the news article's fault for saying budget cut.
But yeah, AEW is not going to Saudi doing these blood money shows to fund fucking WrestleMania. All right. So, and I get Tony Khan is like a multi-billionaire too, but it's like he's working on with a budget. So yeah, like I like Marco Stunt, right? But you can't keep everybody.
The roster is so inflated, and then they get rid of one person. Like, see what I mean with this company? What do you want? What
you can't win.
It's just crazy. People are just looking for things to complain about. And the one thing that I want to bring up with this Marco situation is, we have the benefit of watching AEW grow from like stage one, right? Where, we grew up as kids and like eventually we just all started watching WWF at different times, but like we weren't there from day one. We were there from day one of AEW. So like I remember people who were on social media now, remember when they were bitching and moaning because they were like, AEW is not going to be successful because they have talent on their roster like Marco Stunt. And now they've released him about a year and a half later, right? And then it's like, oh, fucking let's go crazy. They're firing people. They're not firing anybody. Marco was allowed to go do The Voice, still getting paid under his contract, still getting paid while he's doing GCW, still getting paid while all this is going on. Same thing with Janela. Like, it sucks. I liked Janela. I like the stuff that Janela and Sunny Kiss were doing on Dark, which awesome. We're going to talk about the whole YouTube situation later. But it's like, it is what it is. I'm sorry. If you're going to, I want them to sign Keith Lee and Toni Storm, which we'll get to. I want them to bring in these big name talents that were being misused in WWE. That comes with a price. And like Ant said before, they didn't fucking bring back Cody. Imagine if they would have brought back Cody, they would have had to fire fucking half the roster to afford him, right? So it's like, listen, it's a give and take.
That is the perfect example, right? If they have this strict budget and Cody fucking Rhodes, who helped start this company, who was an EVP in this company, didn't fit within that budget, do you think do you think he's going to be the only one? No. I could see.
And remember, it was said, right? It was said by people close to Tony Khan when they reported the story. I think it was either Sean Ross Sapp or maybe it was just Fightful in general. The reason Tony Khan is doing this is to get these contracts off the books so he can stay within the budget, but also he's doing it the specific way of letting them run out so there's no bad blood. So if in the future they want to be brought back on a single show basis, right? Like how they bring in the New Japan guys or the Impact guys, stuff like that, or if they want to re-sign them, it's the options open. He's not trying to burn bridges.
I think that's
Jacky.
The biggest.
Oh, Kyle, go ahead.
That's the biggest thing is right there. There's a big difference from these cretins, these croutons on Twitter that
these damn
are giving shit to AW because of what they did with Marco. There's big difference here is that when you're comparing, obviously the comparison is AW and WWE. You've seen what AW does when they do budget cuts. They'll cut you right
in the middle of a pandemic.
In the middle of your contract, not pay you the rest, not let you
not help you get a fucking visa.
Unless you're not Muhammad Ali. Or Mustafa Ali.
Mustafa Ali. But they'll fire you when your visa is in question, so you might get fucking deported during a pandemic. They'll fire you, then bring you back. No, they'll fire and embarrass you, then bring you back, then fire your fucking husband as a fuck you on the way out.
It just doesn't matter.
And then not put you in a video game to piss
It just doesn't
Phil off.
matter. You can be an owner of a company, you can be a millionaire, billionaire, or trillionaire. There's always going to be a roster budget. WWE's making more money than they've ever had in their entire life, and they're still having a roster budget. So to me, it's like people the thinking
any business has a budget. Any business.
It's the people that have this thinking that AW has this unlimited budget is stupid. You just look like an idiot and a fool on Twitter.
And it's not that AEW is cutting Marco Stunt. Like Ant said, they are letting his contract run out. WWE didn't let Bray Wyatt's contract run out. They fired him. They cut him. They cut Alistair. They cut all these people.
You're not getting money now. You're fired. You're not getting paid.
Yeah, exactly.
Not letting it run out and then letting him go do whatever he wants in the side. Yeah. Just like they're doing the Marco. They're letting him go on The Voice. They're letting him do any indie day he wants until his contract runs out.
Speaking of The Voice, we haven't heard Jacky's beautiful voice on this topic. You're muted?
Oh,
there you
go.
No, there's not much else to say, honestly. It's just, I think that sometimes people forget that this is a business. And there are going to be instances where people are going to have their contracts for a certain amount of years. They're going to run out and they're not going to renew. Like you guys said, there's a big difference between allowing a contract to come to terms or just, unexpectedly cutting somebody. It's not to say that there aren't situations where that might be necessary, but it's been habitual with WWE as of late. We've seen these massive habitual. Like, yeah, I just thought of Dave Chappelle's show with it's a habitual line stepper. But no, it's just this is how business works. The money has to come from somewhere, and it's like so. Tony Khan is a billionaire, so does that mean that he has to use all of his personal funds for a business? It's not wise to think that way.
Exactly. Isaac says football does it all the time. Sports do it all the time. Why is there such things as free agents? Because people's contracts run the fuck out. That's why.
It's just one of those things where I wish that all the WWE fans who are like, we're not like this, we're not toxic, it's the AEW fans. Open your eyes and just go on Twitter. Go on Twitter and just watch the stupid shit that's said and then remember it, because in 6 months they're going to change what they said because they just want to match this new wave that Twitter's going. Oh, what does Twitter do now? Oh, Twitter loves Marco Stunt now. A year and a half ago, when he was fighting fucking Lance Archer in fucking when there was no people in the crowd at Daly's place, everyone hated him, but now they love him. Whatever, it's ridiculous. But it is what it is. I want to talk about something good. And I want to talk about a surprise debut that happened last night. Now, our insiders were telling us.
Wrong.
Right. Our insiders told us, Mia Yim. We were hearing reports that it might be Athena. Scarlett Bordeaux was it at one point. It was going off the rails. Like,
I gave
shit
shit to our insider. Don't worry.
Yeah, right. And we love our insider. She was fed false information. Okay.
She wrote to me. She said, "I can't believe they didn't tell me the truth or something." Yeah. And I messaged, "You sit on a throne of lies," and then didn't respond all day.
Yeah.
Oh,
but
no.
But the cool thing is the person. Yeah, dude, she might be too young for that.
No, I sent the GIF. If you don't know what else
you sent the GIF. Okay. Well, some people, trust me, there's some people out there I haven't seen. They live under a rock.
Yeah. But so the good thing of all this false information getting leaked is Toni Storm debuted last night. And I was very excited. Right, Toni fucking Storm. Let me get some Toni Storms in the chat right now, man. Let's get some fucking lightning bolts, get some fucking rock hands.
Can we say Nyla had the tweet of the fucking night?
What did she say about Toni Storm?
Jade?
She's like, Jade's been telling you for a year. Storm was coming.
Yeah, that's true. Yep. Very true. But yeah, so we get Toni Storm debuting in the match against Bunny in the Owen Hart qualifier. Now, can I get a confirmation? Is it called the Owen Hart Foundation tournament now? Because Excalibur kept calling
Foundation? Maybe? No.
I thought it was just the Owen Hart tournament, but whatever.
I thought they were just calling it the Owen.
But I think that's what they would call the trophy. Like the trophy's the Owen.
Oh.
I don't know. But listen, it was still really cool. And you guys have seen my stuff on social media, seen me go crazy. I want to get your guys' thoughts. So, Jacky, I'll start with you. How cool was it seeing Toni Storm debut last night?
It was really cool, and I think that part of it was because we were thrown off the trail a little bit with all these different insider tips saying, it's going to be this person, that person. We were heavily in another direction. So to actually see Toni Storm come out there was pretty freaking dope. Shout out to Mikey Ruckus. That entrance music is fire. It's very Heart-esque, and I love it. She looked great. Her and Allie had a freaking phenomenal match. Shout out to Allie too. I feel kind of bad because I'm like, I would love for her to be in the tournament.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's what I thought too. Is like, she's one of your top, in my opinion, 6 or 7 females on the roster. Why isn't she in the tournament?
Yeah, but if her purpose was to bring out that first banger match with Toni Storm, she absolutely accomplished that. But, Toni was very emotional. It was great. You could see like how well received she was. Those Toni, like, let's go Toni chants, whatever, everything. The crowd was with it. So I'm happy for her. She seems to be doing well with, her other ventures with her OnlyFans, and now, joining in with AEW. It's like, this is good times for her. So
it's great times. I mean, a lot of people give
it's great times. Great times.
A lot of people give the wrestlers, a lot of the women wrestlers shit because they started OnlyFans. But listen, if this doesn't prove that Toni Storm loves pro wrestling, it was being reported she made $40,000 in 2 days on her OnlyFans. So the fact that she's making that type of money and she still wants to come back to pro wrestling just shows you how much it means to her and how much she cares about it. Now, Jacky did mention it, but Nate in the chat saying you could see on her face how much it meant to her. You could see how happy she was, right? And that's all that matters. Knowing why she left WWE, claiming mental health and claiming all this stuff that was going on with her. It's cool to see that she's in a better place. And before I go to Aunt Kyle about this, shout out to her bringing out the strong zero, right? Yeah. She hasn't used that move in so long because obviously we know power drivers are not allowed in WWE. So it's really cool that we get to see this move again because that was her move that she used when she was Progress Women's Champion and when she was on the Indies. So I'm very excited to see it back. But Kyle, I'll go to you. What do you think about Toni Storm?
Oh man, that was awesome because so our source was claiming something else, and right
She was
before
wrong.
Dynamite, it was Scarlet Bordeaux up until then, and then I'm like, well, my other source is not exactly a source. He's a indie wrestler up here. I grew up with him, and he has a couple of contacts in Impact Wrestling that he still talks to. So I'm like, have you heard by any chance anything? And he's like, all I've heard is this Toni Storm, and that's it. And I'm like, okay, good enough for me. I sent out that tweet saying Tony time, and well, look how what we have here.
Look how the
Storm.
turntables.
So I haven't texted him. I meant to text him going, like, tell your source that good job. I wonder who he talked to. Because
Thanks.
It's a few people in Impact he talks to. But anyways, I don't know how they knew. It was awesome. It was a great debut. I maybe felt like I do feel the same way that maybe they should have picked maybe a different opponent for her because of Ali not winning. But they still had a very good match. They had a very, very good match. It wasn't that Toni Storm coming in and squashing Ali, and that was it, right? Like, they actually had a very long match and a lot of near falls to make you think that maybe Ali's actually going to... I kind of thought in some instances, I'm like,
yep,
Ali might pull this off. I'm like, what if they swerve us and then Toni loses the first match? But, I really, really enjoyed this. I enjoyed the entire match. And, man, the pop that she got when she came out, beautiful.
Great.
Absolutely
it's great.
Beautiful.
Now, Ann, what do you think?
It was pretty fucking dope. I enjoyed it very much. I told you that Toni Storm would be one of the biggest stars in that division if she were to show up. Well, she showed up. So now I'm excited. And Kyle, thank you for zooming on the money shot right here.
You're welcome. That's why I'm doing it, man. I'm like, you know what? Screw his background. It's the money shot that counts.
Yeah. But it was the money shot. Speaking of money shot, casting couch at Elite POV.
Back to that.
So I'm excited for it. I love it. But here's my problem. I love that there was 5 women's segments. Why is it always at 9:30? Why wasn't this at the top of the hour at 9 o'clock? Because that, to me, is prime time. You already have your viewers in, and you have more people tuning in. That is when that should happen, especially if you're saying this Owen tournament is as important as it is, which we all know it is. That's my only problem. Toni Storm's great. I don't like that Allie's not going to be in it because, again, I'm a huge Allie
we don't
fan.
know. They might do like a last chance match or something and put her in.
They could, but are champions allowed in this? Like, I need more details about this tournament. It feels like it's just kind of like qualifying matches, and then we'll find out about the tournament. But like, are champions allowed in it? Or
we'll find out. I think over the next coming weeks we'll find out. There'll be like a video. There's probably gonna be like a Road to video get released on the YouTube channel describing everything about the Owen. It's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Like, is Ty versus like Paige Van Zandt
within
gonna
the tournament?
be in the tournament? Like, there's a lot of questions. There's a lot of questions.
Cool.
There's a lot
That'd
of
be
questions.
really cool. But now the next thing that I want to talk about that got us very excited, right? And this is all for Jacky right here. So
Jericho appreciation style.
We'll get to that.
Absolutely.
So we get FTR versus the Gun Club in a excellent match. And just before we get to Jacky's thoughts on this whole segment is another reason why you need to watch as much AEW content as possible. This includes the YouTube channel. And whatever these fucking idiots on Twitter say, the YouTube channel is important if you want to get more of a story. You want to see these people grow. It's not a demotion when you're on the YouTube channel, right? Every person in this company, including Kenny, including Moxley, Jericho, Cody, they've all worked dark in Elevation. It is just a part of the company, and it gets eyes on it. My grandparents know what fucking YouTube
dark and 205 Live in the same year. That's awesome.
That is cool. Yeah, that is really cool. But my grandparents know where YouTube is. Everyone knows how to access it. It's just more people are going to get to see it. And I don't give a fuck about the numbers. You can go fuck your mother with the numbers for all I fucking care. All right? It's one of those things. Yeah, working or shooting. But no, it's just, you got to understand that this is just a way so it makes sense. When someone's going for a title, you can go, oh, well, it makes sense. Or Jay Lethal fought Moxley tonight, right? It makes sense. He's on like a winning streak on Dark. So it all makes sense.
People wonder, like,
But-
how is AEW going to fit all these matches on TV? There you go. It's on their YouTube channel.
Yeah, exactly. You can still see them. And if you love wrestling, you'll
And it's
watch
free.
it no matter if it's on TV, it's on YouTube, it's on a pay-per-view, you'll find a way to watch it.
You can watch
just
yeah,
is
exactly.
what it is.
You can watch it whenever you want.
But all of that to say, you guys, if you haven't, you have to start watching the countdown to these shows
Freaking
because we
croutons,
saw
man.
an absolutely incredible segment that took a feud that's only a week old,
Oh, so
right?
good.
And got us so emotionally invested in it. And we can see the seeds of FTR, which were all through this night, of them turning babyface. And you saw that in the promo, how passionate Dax and Cash were talking against the clowns that they're great heels, are the Gun Club, the ass boys, right?
They are.
Or the bottom boys, as someone tweeted Dax, which I
Yo.
thought was also really funny. But
Fucking Kyle, stop. Yo, just for a little like backstory. Last night we're in the chat. I'm trying to make myself a peanut butter sandwich so I could go to sleep because 9 o'clock. So I didn't fall asleep actually. I just wasn't in the chat. But all Kyle kept doing was the Ass Boys theme for literally 10 minutes straight.
but so Jacky,
It's such a
let
bad
us know what
thing.
you thought about that road too, but also what you thought about this match.
Too, like you said, is prime example of why you need to be watching these things, because this was something that felt like kind of a throwaway match in the beginning. And when you see these promos that are being cut and you can feel the reality behind it, there's not very many people that are as impassioned on the microphone as Dax is. It's just like unbelievable. And I can't stand you. You freaking got me and distracted me.
I'm sharing
Anyway.
cash gifts, by the way, guys.
He's throwing Cash Wheeler gifts in the Discord chat, trying to throw me off my game. No, Dax just gives 150% of himself in everything that he does. It's very. I'm gonna go off on a little bit of a tangent here. I asked Phil for the floor here.
Oh, wait.
I think if you follow me on social media, it's no secret your girl has been going through it very badly. And I'm trying to get myself back to a place where I feel stable and happy and whatnot. But FTR as a team, as the two guys that they are, giving their whole heart in everything that they do, taking something that they so firmly believe in and following their dream and doing it with integrity and with heart is something that's so inspiring to me, and it motivates me to get my ass back on track the way that I need to. And for that reason, I just feel like I feel very connected to their story in particular, their road to how they got here. And it's been really great to see them come into their own, to see how much love they were getting on social media. I won't be one of those people that are like, oh, welcome to the bandwagon, buddy. Like, you know what, we've been knowing this whole time. But, you know,
That's my job. I do that. That's me.
No, that's Phil's gimmick 110%. No, me, I just thought it was very special to see all of that, you know, for them to get their flowers, because being a heel team, it's very easy for them to fall by the wayside, and for the babyface teams to get all the credit for every match and everything. But they really are the workhorses of that company, and I can't say enough positive things about them.
Yeah,
But-
it's great to. So, like, the best tag team of all time, right? And we always say this, but, you know, Jacky has said it many times before, like, they are so good at making other people seem great, right?
Yes,
like,
they
they're
are.
great on their own, but they are so good at getting the best out of people. And we know that the Gun Club is fairly new to wrestling, right? Each of them is only like a year or two within the business, maybe 3 for Austin. But it's like they made them look like huge heel stars. Like, it was the perfect contrast, right? The serious wrestlers who love this and take this serious to the spoiled kids who were given the business because their dad was a legend. Like, it just made for a great segment and a great match. And it further pushes the narrative that we want FTR to be baby faces, or that they're going in that direction, because, like, the Gun Club are annoying. So, like, as much as I love them, they are annoying heels and they're good at it. But, Ant, what'd you think of this whole thing?
I love it. I love that FTR is becoming baby faces, which I've never thought I would ever see.
Mhm.
Right? Because it's interesting, because like when we not to toot our own horn, but be people,
Toot it.
when we interviewed them, like they are like before the interview, they talked to us for 10 minutes and they are the most genuine, funny dudes in the world. And that's the first time I'm like, man, they could really be good as faces. Dax to me is one of the most underrated wrestlers in the world. On the mic, in the ring, the dude doesn't miss, right? The passion goes through, and it's just so amazing to see. And they're split with MJF that's incoming. We already saw Wardlow is this huge star. What happened last night when Wardlow came out during that match? The fucking crowd came
Erupted.
unglued.
Mm-hmm.
Wait till FTR turns on them, turns on MJF, and then goes to fight the heel Bucks.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be insanity. I'm so happy that they got that moment last night. They had like 3 segments. It was like FTR all over the place.
Yep.
It was a good night.
And
it's a big deal. So for people who, I don't know, don't pay attention to these type of things, AEW does not usually give people multiple segments, right? Because there's so much on these shows, there's so much crammed into these shows that every second counts is going towards something, right? So the fact that FTR got 3 separate segments to really kind of push home, like, no, we are baby faces. Like, we're not involved in this MJF and Wardlow thing. We're friends with both of them. Wardlow's still our guy. They did a great job. And like Ant said, the Wardlow segment was just fantastic, right? It just, I mean, break my back, Wardlow. You know what I mean? Just fucking toss me over your shoulder like a lumberjack and carry me up those stairs.
It's part of a bigger story, which is so great to watch. MJF, who had everybody under his thumb, now the world is unraveling. Punk is making his world unravel. And sometime, and I think this is how it's going to come full circle, is MJF's going to snap.
Mm-hmm.
And MJF's going to target CM Punk because CM Punk is the cause of all of this.
Mm-hmm.
CM Punk, you know, Wardlow helped Punk. Then Punk has this great match with Dax, and there's a lot of respect there. And it's like, all right, so Punk is in MJF's head. So Punk's going to win the title, and then MJF's eventually going to be like, I blame you for my downfall, and you're going to see that come full circle.
Yeah.
So I think this is all little Easter eggs in a bigger story, but you're getting FTR to have the shine. You're getting Wardlow to have a shine. That's a beautiful thing about AEW is it's a story within a story within a story, but everyone feels like a star.
And they remember details. Like they'll remember that Dax said something to MJF that'll be a callback to something later. That's why I love this company so much. Exactly. But Kyle, you don't make me feel like an idiot, Kyle. Tell me what you thought about it.
It's great.
You know what I mean?
I'm just very invested how everything's gonna be booked going forward. Like I'm invested on Wardlow, obviously the main one, how he's going to be booked going forward. This guy is screaming world champion every single week it comes out there now. Like he's getting massive reactions with every single crowd. So they eventually might have to be forced to book him into a world title spot, man. Like I know everyone's like doing the fancy booking like me and going, oh yeah, Adam Cole versus Kenny or CM Punk versus Kenny and all this stuff. But you got to go with the hot guy right now, and obviously that's
Phil.
Wardlow. And Phil.
No. It would be Kyle if anything.
But yeah, like anyways, it was
He's blushing now. Look at him.
But yeah.
I want to know how they're gonna go. I don't know. I want to know how they're gonna go in this direction. Like, is CM Punk and MJF going to have another match and it's gonna be a number 1 contenders match? Mm-hmm. Like CM Punk now, you know, after that great match with Dax, he got on the mic, signified like I meant that I'm going for the world title. That's why I was doing this.
The discount double check.
Why is he doing the discount double check? I was confused.
So, like, I'm wondering, like, how this is going to go about. And I'm sure they have something great planned, and it's going to start unraveling now. And I believe it's going to be. I mean, me and Jacky on Good Morning Elite the other last week. Good Morning Elite. We were pre-booking Double or Nothing, and I had actually a triple threat match. I had Hangman, Adam Cole, and CM Punk in a triple threat match because there's 2 different stories going after Hangman right now. There's the CM Punk side and there's the Adam Cole side. And I think those 2 are going to come to a head at Double or Nothing. So I'm excited. This is very, very exciting for me. I'm so invested in everything right now. And even like FTR at the same time, like then you have like the FTR thing who we're finally going to get that rematch between the Bucks and FTR in front of a full packed crowd, and I believe they're gonna spot this. They're gonna pick a city where they know the crowd is gonna be very hot for this match, and it's gonna mean something because this is ultimately a fantasy match, and we're gonna get it in front of a an actual full crowd this time. I love how Phil gets a gifted sub too.
Yes,
I
thank
was
you to
just gonna
Dan
say
in
it.
the
Thank
chat.
you, thank you, Dan, for gifting me a sub.
And thank you
Chris,
for
for the Cargill
Chris,
titties.
yes.
Titties for the titties. So now I will take my shirt off.
California
Yeah.
looks like it. Jersey. The Bucks will get the. It's interesting if they did something like that, because the Bucks would be obviously heel. FTR are obviously transitioning into full babyface. If they went
What are
to
they doing in
California,
Cali?
what's the
The Bucks
reaction
get
going to
cheered.
be?
Yeah.
I mean, we
I don't
saw
know.
when it happened when they went to Long Island. They booed the hell out of CM Punk. Like,
Yeah, and they cheered for MJF, which is
Yeah.
crazy, right?
So,
But it's a lot of exciting things happening, and I think that it's, this is one of the most beautiful things about AEW is, we know the pay-per-view is a few months away, and we're starting to see these little seeds for the big feuds that are going to be a Double or Nothing. So just, like I said earlier, pay attention, watch as much stuff as you can, as much stuff as possible, right? Watch Rampage, even if it's the
BTE
next
too.
morning. Watch BTE.
they're doing a
Watch
lot of stuff
people's
on
vlogs.
BT right now.
Yeah. It is all worth it because it all makes it so much better when you're like, hey, that started as a BTE bit and now Hangman is the world champion. Like, it's cool to kind of see it from the beginning. And shout out to Carrie, because Carrie literally predicts these things
Head
like
booker.
6 months out because she watches BTE and Elevation and Dark and Rampage and Dynamite.
Because of that, like, look, if anyone missed it, BT this week, they literally did a whole segment where it was Kenny and
Adam Bailey.
Adam Bailey.
I think his name is.
Oh God, he was a guy that
C2E2?
faced.
Yeah.
Oh, Alex Jabali.
Yeah, he's
Jabali.
Jabali.
I thought it was just
He's the one
Bailey.
that faced Nakazawa at the first Fighter Fest, and like he's kind of catching up Kenny with like what's going on and the whole Adam and Adam thing, and then like he goes to call, who is he calling?
Cody.
Cody.
And
And
it's like, this number's been disconnected.
so like there's a lot of stuff they do on BT that also relates to what's going on
Yeah,
TV.
and Kenny was asking about Adam, and then Jabali's like, oh yeah, he's doing like whatever, and he's like, no, the other, not Hangman, like not
Cole. Who
Cole.
cares
And he's like,
about
oh, Adam
He
Cole,
doesn't
and he was
care
like,
about Adam Cole.
he was like, oh, that guy. Like,
Yeah.
there's so much little storytelling, like little Easter eggs they're leaving for us. So it's just, I don't know. I'm the type of person, I love that type of stuff, right? We love watching Marvel movies. They give us these Easter eggs. We complain that DC doesn't do it enough. So I think take advantage that AEW is even doing it to begin with. But speaking of Adam Cole,
Baby.
I'd like to give a moment for Kyle.
Hey,
Just a little bit of a round of applause. Can we get some round of
Yes.
applause in the chat?
what did I do?
Because this man
First
has
letter
been,
name.
yeah, this man has been fighting the good fight since
okay.
Riley and Fish came to this company, saying he wanted them to be the Undisputed Elite. And on Dynamite last night, Adam Cole said, Undisputed Elite. They are officially the Undisputed Elite. So, Kyle, the floor is yours.
I'm just gonna stay here and do this.
What'd you think of
guys
the
can
segment
talk.
and the name and everything?
You guys can talk. I'm just gonna stand here and do this. So
We can't see you, Kyle. We'll see
All
you
right, what are
in
you
10
fucking
seconds.
John Cena?
You'll see me
Yeah.
in the Twitch chat in a sec here.
Okay,
Um,
moment of
anyway.
I see.
silence.
He's just
A
throwing up the UE.
moment of silence, yeah.
But yes, fucking called it. I'm
You're
so
so
happy,
excited.
so damn happy they went with Undisputed Elite.
Can we have our conversation that
It's not Paragon,
Friday-
thank Christ.
Friday I was having a nervous breakdown because my car
Yeah.
decided to break and I had
Oh,
to buy
yeah.
a
All
new
that.
car.
Uh-huh.
So I typed something serious in the chat and Kyle goes, I don't give a fuck. They're called Undisputed Elite. And I say, Kyle, I'm going to fucking fly to Canada and fucking murder you. Murder you.
Meanwhile, it's something that you would say to me if I came up with something
Yeah,
like that.
yeah, exactly.
I would
Same
never,
shit.
I'm more compassionate than you.
Yeah, okay.
Uh,
all right.
no.
All right.
Sometimes.
Guys,
Anyway.
I'm going to post something on my Twitter. Everyone tweet it at Kyle, please. Oh, I don't have Twitter. Kirk Ranner, at Kirk Ranner.
No, don't go to that. Don't tweet. He tells you all the time, don't tweet at him, don't follow him, don't do it.
Yeah, don't. You gotta listen
Yeah,
to
and
him.
now he's
Went to put the picture in the
Switch
chat,
it
and
up.
it was the singer that you sent me earlier.
Anyways, yes,
Whoops.
I am so pumped that it's Undisputed Elite. I'm a little bit of upset by one little thing that this entire promo that they didn't do the UE.
Maybe they can't. It's
I
gotta
mean,
be
I
copyrighted.
was thinking maybe because of the title belts. They weren't because when they used to do the UE in NXT, it would be attached to their waists, right? So they had both hands to do it. They are kind of holding the belts the entire time for this entire segment. And then
You also have another complaint is that they didn't drop a T-shirt immediately.
yeah, that too. I don't know if they're just preparing the website
Yeah, for the amount of
immediate
Kyles
crash.
that are like bye.
You know that's gonna be a big hot seller as soon as the Undisputed Elite shirt goes out, though. Like it's going to be like there's still the design is in beta, like it hasn't been designed completely yet because this is the first time we've heard of Undisputed Elite. It hasn't been mentioned until this episode of Dynamite, so maybe the
which is shocking because Pro Wrestling Tees will design shit as a wrestler's walking to the ring. Like,
or if you're Marina,
oh my god, surprise!
Or if you're Marina Shafir, just will have your shirt there for like over a month, and then you finally appear on the show now.
Months before you show up. Yeah.
But yeah, it was fantastic. It was the whole like Kyle O'Reilly thing got me confused. I'm like, he just falls down to the ground because he said he had too much champagne. I'm like,
he was drunk. He was like messing stuff up.
All right.
And did you notice his nameplate that his name was spelled weird?
The E was backwards.
Yeah, and it just said O with a line. Yeah, it was like he's like playing dumb. Yeah, there's a picture online of it. It's so funny.
But this was great. And then, obviously Hangman, weirdly enough, comes out with a Tesla with the
horns.
The horns on it.
Fucking
Yes, sir.
Tesla, bro, cowboy shit.
He did it at a pay-per-view.
Wouldn't Cowboy should not be a pickup truck, like a big like
that would be
giant
like
pickup truck with
Kyle,
the freaking
you
horns
don't
on it?
need a horse
I guess
to be a cowboy.
You don't
okay?
need.
never met a cowboy with a Tesla, bro.
I guess you don't need a.
You
pickup
do
truck to
now.
be a
He's the
cowboy.
millennial. He's the anxious millennial cowboy. It's in his fucking banner.
I don't know. I just
when he
thought
comes
that
out.
was extremely weird. He came out in a Tesla. I'm like, okay, sure. Anyways, it was
Kyle, our cowboy, our champion, gets to drive whatever he wants. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Anyways, they got their titles back. So.
Yes, they did. And shout out to Adam Cole for taking the gimmick to another. And I love that you keep doing that. Taking the gimmick to another level by bringing the title on a talk show and acting like he's the world champion on a talk show.
Yeah.
That was so fucking funny.
Commitment.
Commitment to the gimmick, man. I love it.
I'm gonna need Kyle's new nickname to be the Paragon. Kyle the Paragon Masters.
You're really bent out of shape because I made fun of you
Kyle-
for getting a car.
No, it wasn't about getting a car. It was about the fact I was about to drive off a fucking bridge, and you were like, "Don't care, Adam Cole."
Listen, understand as
That
you're
wasn't
going
said.
off the bridge.
Let's not.
No.
Let's for the record, that wasn't said when I said that.
Listen, as
Oh my Lord.
you're going off that bridge, though, your last thought's gonna be, "Fucking Kyle got it right, man. Undisputed Elite. Holy shit, can't believe
Didn't
it."
care. Didn't care if Undisputed Elite broke the fuck up and went back to NXT at that point.
Okay.
Didn't care.
You know what? I'm supposed to be the sensitive one here.
Nope, don't care.
Let's take 25% off there.
Yeah,
And then Kyle texts me on the side like the sweet man he is.
Kyle's,
So there you go.
Canadian.
This man trying to get me to call him Paragon, and I text him on the side anyway. So you know what?
Can't win for losing.
Let's move on.
You know?
yeah. That's.
It's too late to apologize.
But Jacky, what'd you think of this segment, and how great was it seeing our cowboy come out in a Tesla because he can?
Because he can. Yeah.
That's not
I
an
think
excuse.
well, it is. For
No
Hangman.
cowboy drives a Tesla.
This one does.
He's an anxious millennial
Okay.
Cowboy. Okay.
And I'm an
Listen,
anxious Italian.
I understand that you two have to have a fucking straight up fucking solo fist fight with Jacky, but you keep talking about Hangman. You're gonna have to fight Carrie too. I can't defend you
Fine.
guys, everybody.
Tesla is a dumb idea for a cowboy. Just saying.
No, it's cool.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. That's my
Anyway, aside from the
gonna show you-
2.5 seconds that the Tesla was on TV, Hangman, I love the fact that Hangman never backs down from a fight. He's always coming out there ready to whoop ass on people. He always looks like a strong champion, despite what some people may want to, throw their 2 cents
Stupid
in
people.
about that.
Stupid fucking people.
But Undisputed Elite, funny as hell, bunch of belt thieves. I love that. I love those snarky heels. I said to Kyle last night that Kyle O'Reilly being all drunk on the floor was going to be him in Chicago after he got some chancletazos to the face. By the way, that's the new word of the day. I know I'm in picture, but I don't care.
It was Ascended
Are you a
Satan's
picture-
birthday, and I had to.
See, I was gonna a side note. I was gonna sing "Happy Birthday" to Ascended in the chat, and then cut myself off and be like, "And now we have to go to picture just to throw it in his face."
Why didn't you tell me
But-
earlier?
Because he wasn't in the chat earlier, so I didn't think of it quick enough. But there's still time.
There's still time.
But overall, the segment was a lot of fun. Aside from the fact that Jurassic Express came out and inserted themselves in the situation again, I can't stand this. Give them a real freaking feud.
This is a real feud.
No.
It's funny too because like you knew they were gonna come out because it's their belts, but even when they came out, we were like,
We're like,
oh,
get them away, pick them up, and just place
and
them
then somewhere,
elsewhere.
Ant was like, man, this would be so much better if it was
If it was
Marco Stunt.
Wendell.
Twitter was right. They should have kept Marco Stunt.
You know, if Marco Stunt came out instead of Christian,
It would have been so much better.
Yeah. I mean, I can't argue with that though. In that
Twitter
sense.
logic. Yeah.
Look,
Twitter
Adam
logic.
made a great point. He said it's a real feud, but it's not a real good feud. Thank you.
100%. That's a good
Why?
point.
I mean, it's going to lead to the Paragon versus
No, it's not
Red
the
Dra-
Paragon.
Paragon versus Jurassic Express.
You're gonna look like a crouton if you call him Paragon on Twitter.
For the 15 people that follow you.
To say
Yeah, man.
nobody wants.
I'm one of
Yes.
them.
Kyle,
I'm one of them.
there's one thing you need to know about me, bud. I'm going to look in the camera. I'm going to look in the soul of our listeners. I don't give a fuck if you like me or not. Don't care.
Just
I-
subscribe to AWF on Twitch.
I sleep really well at night. Don't care.
I mean, I'll forward that. Make sure you subscribe to AWF on Twitter.
Yeah, please. It's a great E-Fed going on. A lot of good stuff happening over there. Shout out to Gemini Live with the fucking greatest promo ever made by anybody
so good.
who isn't a wrestler. But yeah, what'd you think of it? Besides the obvious, I know you hate how we all hate how they're booking Jurassic Express right now. But what'd you think of the Adam Cole?
I mean, I actually
Undisputed
don't.
Elite
I
stuff?
don't hate how they're booking them because it's a viable opponent and it's part of a bigger story. So I think it'll be good. Like I think that match will be fine. The Adam Cole stealing the belt thing's fun. I don't get why. I don't know. I don't get why they did the whole thing if they're going to have Hangman steal it back in a night. Like if this was going to be the story, it should have been a little bit longer. They should have drew it out a little bit longer, in my opinion. Am I excited for them to fight again and clash again? Absolutely. I do think all these teams fight. And then I do think we get blood and guts between the Jurassic Express and Hangman versus the Paragon. I think that's where that's going to go. Is
You just won't let it die, huh?
never. It's never died. It's never going anywhere. But I do think that's where this is going to lead. Is eventually one of these belts are going to change. I think this feud's going to be drawn out. I don't know because it does. When are they wrestling? Because didn't Punk say in a couple weeks?
Yeah.
I mean, they're gonna. So, is there a match announced?
No, maybe there's a battle of the belts coming up.
Like that's
Could
what
be a battle of the
There
belts.
is in
Yeah.
April.
I'm very
That's in April?
confused.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, then yeah, it's probably Battle of the Belts.
Okay.
I mean, we can transition right over to Punk, and I want to start with you, Ant. So we saw CM Punk versus Max Caster. Shout out to
Which
Max
was great.
Caster.
Hold-
Fantastic rap coming down the ring. I don't care what Jacky may think. All right, his raps are fucking great. This one was no exception. It was so good.
Fantastic.
Just fantastic. And the wrestle rapper, John Cena says it's good.
Yeah.
So we can't go against it no more, Jacky. You working or shooting?
Yeah.
Hands up in the air. All right. John Cena, you working or shooting? All right.
You gonna be on AEW or not? What's going on?
Yeah, you're making another mixtape with Max Caster or not? But so Ann, I want to start with you. What did you think of the CM Punk stuff? And are you excited that it seems like CM Punk will be going against the champion at Double or Nothing?
Yeah, I think it'll be cool. I think that CM Punk versus Max Caster was a lot better than anyone gave it credit to be. Right? I don't think you think Bowens, like when you think of the Acclaim, the Bowens is a fucking phenomenal wrestler. Max Caster looked really good. I had a lot of fun in that match. Punk going for a title, it's gonna surprise you. I think it's too early. Who has he beaten? Darby, MJF, right? But who has he really ran through, like, to get this title shot? Like, he beat Powerhouse Hobbs.
Did he beat Wardlow?
Yeah, but he beat him by.
Still a win.
Yeah,
It was a dusty. I guess so. I don't feel like they've built him up for the title though, because I think the MJF feud was so good that I didn't even care if he went for a title.
If
after.
they're gonna do it at Battle of the Belts, I don't think it's gonna. Don't take this the wrong way. I don't think it's gonna matter as much because that show's not live. It's taped.
This one might be though.
I thought they said
We
they were
don't
gonna tape. They're taping that
Oh well.
because it's on the same night as Rampage, so they're gonna tape it either after or before Rampage.
I just think Punk. It's a little early. He's only been here.
He doesn't
what,
have to
3
win.
months?
What if he loses?
then
What if he loses and they just they just keep elevating Hangman? Like Hangman is just this unbeatable champion.
then MJF beats him. You got to get the Punk with the title. So I get this, right? I think it's too soon. I was kind of hoping we'd get to see it in person, Punk win the title. That's my goal. That's my dream. So maybe I'm just being salty that he might win it at Double or Nothing, right? But I want to see how you get there. And right now, there's no story of how he's getting. I'd rather it be a feud for the belt. But like if it's Hangman, there's not going to be real I don't know. They're two faces to feud unless Punk turns heel. It just makes
it doesn't have to be. It could just be
happen.
like a face-to-face thing.
I know it's gonna
like
happen.
they AEW has booked that well.
I know, but for Punk to win, I want him to beat someone that the crowd's not split on. So when CM Punk wins his first title in fucking 9 years, you go ape shit.
Yeah. But they're saying maybe Punk loses to Hangman, MJF beats Punk, and then in 6 months to a year, Punk beats MJF.
I know it's going to happen. I know it's going to happen. I think.
All right, go for fortune teller.
They don't like fuck finishes, but Battle of Belts, something's going to happen. It's going to be a clean win. It's not going to be disqualification, but I bet you MJF screws CM Punk out of the title match.
I can see that. Continuing their feud.
Yeah.
Can we just get MJF and Punk in a blood and guts match? Just them.
That'd be cool.
Just the two of them, nobody else.
And then, but instead of people coming in every 2 minutes, you just add a weapon. You just throw a weapon in there. They just murder each other.
It's a lumberjack
they got
match,
so many copyrights
the
going for Blood and Guts now.
It's a lumberjack match, but the lumberjacks have weapons and they just toss them in the ring.
Yeah, it'd be fucking fantastic. And then for no reason, Chris Jericho gets thrown off the top again
on a cardboard.
Yeah,
the crash pad.
But Kyle, what'd you think of the match though between Punk and Caster?
So good, and the rap was fantastic, nailed it. And everyone was wondering, even AEW's like on TBS Twitter account tweeted out like, what does everyone think that Max Caster's rap is going to be about? Or obviously they went the Oscar route, but then like he went the whole Z-Pack route at the end,
which is oh my god,
big pop.
That was the best.
And CM Punk even laughed. So like that was a
CM
big
Punk
pop.
was laughing, which was so funny. Even CM Punk was laughing so much that commentary had to draw attention to it and like make a reason for it.
Yeah,
like Max Caster's a funny guy. He got Punk, you know.
Yeah. But the match was fantastic. It was a lot better than like we said, and a lot of people thought it was going to be.
Everyone loves the Acclaimed.
Everyone loves the Acclaimed.
I'm very impressed with Punk, man. Ever since coming back, you've seen it since last August till now. You can see like the rust that came right off him. I mean, now he's back in a groove. He's in great shape. He's loving what you can see, the passion he has for like wrestling, and he pulls off the freaking where he jumps that corner, that turnbuckle Hurricane Rana. And I'm like, okay, I remember him doing that back in the day. I have not seen Punk do that in a long time. So when I seen that popped the hell out of me. So like he looks so good, regardless of like, I mean, should he put some Just for Men in that beard? You know,
no,
black it up a
No,
little bit.
I like
he's Logan, bro.
He's old man Logan.
Yeah.
He's old man Logan.
Okay.
I love it.
But he looks great. Looks absolutely fantastic. Fantastic match as well. And I'm just so pumped now.
Do you think it's early though? Do you like? I want.
That's why I think it's gonna be the triple threat. It's not gonna be 1-on-1.
But do you think it's if he were to win it at Double or Nothing? Is that too early for Punk to win it? I think Punk's
I don't
gonna
think
win
so.
in Chicago.
That's what I mean. I think it's gonna be Cole. It's probably gonna be Cole that wins if it's a triple threat at Double or Nothing. I would pick Cole to win that match, and Cole's gonna win the championship. Have a whole summer of Cole, not summer of Punk, summer of Cole, and then maybe he faces CM Punk 1-on-1 at All Out.
That'd be cool. Cole versus Punk and all that would be fucking phenomenal.
Yeah, it would be great. And it'd be a dream match for Adam Cole, right? We've heard in a lot of his interviews since leaving WWE, he benches CM Punk as like kind of the guy who got him into wrestling. So
just
it'd be
think
really
of the dream matches still though. We haven't got Punk versus Danielson.
Yep.
We haven't got Punk versus Moxley.
Or Kenny.
We haven't
or
got Punk versus
Cole.
Kenny. We haven't got Punk versus Cole. Like fucking crazy.
Yeah, he's only
The
had a
match.
feud
Still a
with
lot to
MJF
do.
and Darby. That's all he's really like. Those two matches were the big
Well, he
matches
did.
people wanted to see.
He did Hobbs, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but
He
these
did.
are all like on the way to in those feuds. But like we're getting and you know a lot throughout the night. We saw a lot of kind of veteran talent working with younger guys, which is just so great. So the one thing I do want to mention, so Anthony Bowens is being reported to have a knee injury, so that sucks.
That sucks.
So we're probably going to see Max Caster in a lot more singles action, which I mean, hey, it's our gain really because he's a great wrestler. We miss Anthony Bowens. I love Anthony Bowens,
And he's
right?
still
He's like
going
the
out there.
workhorse.
I do too.
So it's
Yeah,
not a serious injury. He's still going out there. He's
Yeah.
still,
Around.
he's moving pretty good for a leg injury. So it's probably just a couple of weeks. He's probably not going to be gone long term.
Probably. But Jacky, any final words on Punk and Max Caster?
Great. I mean, it's like AEW Dynamite has a knack for starting the night off like really hot, and that was a good way to do it. I like Punk working these younger guys and elevating them, because Max Caster, even though I know you guys rag on me because you say everybody loves the Acclaimed, I'm still not there yet.
Come on, Jacky.
But Max Caster in the ring went toe to toe with Punk and hung in there very nicely. So I can't take that away from him. I honestly think that the ending moments of that match were the best, though, with Punk's promo when he says, "There's some gray in my beard, but before my time is done, there's going to be more gray in my beard. There's going to be a lot more scars on my head, and before my time is done in AEW, I will be the AEW champion." And he's hinting at it really hard. I, in my prediction, said that it was going to be Hangman Adam Page versus CM Punk one-on-one at Double or Nothing. I don't think it's too soon. But, you never know. If they want to hold off that monumental moment for Chicago, then I'm not opposed to that either.
I think he's got a lot in the tank. Punk just looks like he's got a lot more in the tank now.
I think Punk winning his first title at the United Center would be fucking
Yeah, they have to be.
perfect.
Mind blowing.
In front of all of us.
Yeah.
In front of all of
20,000
us eating ice cream bars.
Dude, TK eats
Yeah.
that shit.
That we're then going to put on eBay for $200.
TK eats that stuff up. You know that's what they're doing.
Yeah, 100%.
They're gonna, and then they can do a random AW Dynamite one night called AW Dynamite All In, and they can go back and do it the Now Arena later on.
Don't tempt
know
me
they're
with a
gonna do
fucking
that.
good time. Don't tempt me
they're
with
gonna
a good
do that.
time, Kyle.
They're gonna do I bet you it'll be in the middle of summer. Clip this. We're gonna clip this.
Don't tempt me with a good time.
AEW, I
Oh, wait.
guarantee you.
Ring. Hey, Carrie, Kyle's saying some crazy shit. Is it true?
Carrie is gonna
Because
have.
he's
You
tempting me
agree
with a
with
good
me?
fucking time,
Agree with
right?
me. Between May and August, they're gonna have an AW Dynamite special called AW Dynamite All In, and it's gonna be at the Now Arena. Guaranteed.
Carrie, I need your best people on this, your best insiders on it. We need to figure this out because Kyle's talking some crazy shit right now, and I
gonna
will cry.
happen.
If they announce Dynamite All In, I will cry. All right, I will cry. Thank you. I'll talk to you later. Bye.
And it'll be Rampage All In because they're gonna do it right after, or do Rampage taping right after.
Oh my God, it's gonna be a 17-hour show.
Yeah.
Where it's gonna start Wednesday on Dynamite, and it's gonna
Friday.
go into All Out, but it's gonna be straight filming. Dynamite,
They
dark,
do all the
elevation.
dark elevations. Yeah.
They're gonna start taping WWE shows, 205 Live, NXT UK. They're just like, yo, fucking bring
a
everybody,
special 3-hour in-ring BTE taping.
bro. Oh my God,
And
yes.
all the
my
skits are
Lord.
in-ring.
They're gonna tape 3 weeks of Impact. It's just
Yeah.
gonna be. We gotta get to Sunday.
Ring
It's
of
gonna be
Honor. They're
fantastic.
throwing Ring of Honor in there.
Oh, it's so true. So now another match that was kind of mind blowing and incredible, given the fact that you watch these shows and you're like, there's like 15 minutes left, but this fucking match was a banger from start to finish, and that is Andrade El Idolo versus Darby Allin. Andrade versus Darby Allin. What a main event this was!
We're not gonna
What a
talk about Wheeler
showcase!
Yuta?
We'll get to that. It's on.
We're on the main event.
We go out of order.
He
always
goes
go all over
out
the
of order
place.
all the time.
I go out of importance how I feel what's important to talk about. So Andrade finally gets his big victory, his big moment. Andrade had those great matches with Pac, but they were kind of 50-50. He won one, Pac won one. It was kind of, but this is a big moment that he beat Darby in the main event of a fantastic show. So Jacky, I'll start with you. How'd you like this match?
Staying in a group chat that I have with my brother and my sister-in-law, I'm like, this is officially a meeting of the Andrade better win this goddamn
again.
match club.
Say it again.
Andrade El Idolo
Wow.
needed this damn win. I was not going to accept any other options.
Latina.
The match was great. The Andrade hitting the tornillo
say
right
it
out the
again.
gate. I'm gonna probably say it about 15 more times, so don't just.
I'll
okay.
just mute.
I got you. Darby is somebody that has been pushed as a major star since pretty much the inception of AEW. So a win over Darby Allin in this sense is a great thing for Andrade. It's big. And it should have happened sooner, I think. I felt like he was in flux for so damn long that I felt like they didn't quite know what to do with him. We have our theories as to why. But Andrade is such a star. He's so damn good when he's out there. And I really felt that this should have been his moment, and I'm so glad that he got it. That there was so much chaos that happened before the match even began. And then I love how they have, Bryce asking Darby, are you sure? You don't have to do this, but Darby Allin's not gonna, quit for anything. Overall,
yeah, Darby's gonna have one fantastic 2-year career.
Oh my god, he's gonna
be
like retiring at 30, if he's even like close to that yet. But
I'm convinced he's just made of like rubber. Like
he's crazy.
Like
also,
like in Harry Potter in the second movie, where like his arm is just like a rubber. Like that's just Darby Allin. Like
yeah,
100%.
I want to talk to the production crew, whoever's importing those tables from Japan, because I swear, like they throw somebody on a table and that shit just doesn't break, style. And that has to hurt so bad. But yeah. Shout out to Andrade for finally getting his damn win.
So, Ant, what do you think as you're writing in the Discord chat?
I don't even know what he's... All right, so as you were saying that, did you see the Discord chat?
Yeah, I saw it.
I did it. I'm seeing
Every time she said Andrade, I put a different gift that said "Say it again."
Say it again. Say it again.
I mean, I'm a huge Andrade fan. A guy that should be.
Say it again.
I'm a huge Andrade fan.
Yeah,
Andrade.
Would you
Andrade?
I'm a really big fan of Andrade.
Would you rather be Andrade Cien Almas or Andrade El Idolo? I'm a huge Andrade fan, right? I think he is one of the most underused talent still on the roster. He gets his main event, he gets his big win. Maybe the AFO, which I still fucking hate, starts winning and it becomes like a good faction, because I do like the Butcher and the Blade a lot and Bunny. So like I'm cool with them if they start winning. But like you said, Darby is a fucking freak. That dude's like, first off, they were hitting each other with a fucking skateboard and they both had huge marks on their back.
Mm-hmm.
Like Andrade.
Andrade
had literally a skateboard imprint on his shoulder blades.
Yeah.
But it was match was a banger. And again, we get that big win. I really want Andrade to start getting into like a TNT title picture. Like I think that is where he needs to be. I think it could be a huge victory for him to get it. Obviously, you have to transition from Scorpio eventually. That could be months, it could be weeks, but probably in the next 6 months, I think Andrade needs to have some kind of title on him, because that dude looks like a fucking champion. Andrade. Yeah. Andrade. Say it with your chest, Andrade.
Kyle, what do you think?
I love Andrade
Andre. I love Andre
El Idolo. I love
Andre 3000 El Idolo.
No, but he's been getting in great shape too. He's been getting bigger. Like I noticed that he's got
everyone on the roster is getting huge. Yo, Kip Sabian looks like a different person, bro.
No, his name's not Kip.
It's Thick Sabian. Thick Sabian over here.
That's what happens when you're not on the road like 362 days a year. You can actually go and work out and be with your family. Crazy concept, right?
65 days a year. There was no days off. We used to shit in each other's bags to pop the boys.
Back when men were men, I left my wedding to do a house show at the Garden.
A house show in Susan State, North Carolina.
Anyways, great match. I'm not a fan of the whole AFO thing. No, still not a fan. Won't ever be a fan. Butcher, Blade, and the Bunny need to get away from them and be on their own. I can't stand this whole faction. But Andrade looks great. I think he could be a future.
With your chest. Say it. Andrade
El Idolo.
Mama POV in the chat with Andresito.
Say it again.
Anyways, yes.
Oh my God.
And nothing really much else to say about this match. Great main event. It's fantastic. I don't know.
Yeah.
I just.
But no, Kyle. So
it was a chaos at the end, and then the Hardys came out, and I was waiting for Jeff to go down the ramp, but he didn't do it, and that was it.
He hit someone with that stiff ass swanton.
Oh my god, Mark Went. Yeah, he landed like I think he was supposed to land more center, but he landed like on the side. And he kind of hurt.
God,
I think Jeff hurt himself more than he hurt Mark Went.
When does Jeff Hardy not hurt himself?
But yeah,
like,
I mean, 2 weeks ago he jumped off the window in the arena.
Well, listen, according to some people on Twitter, right?
Nothing memorable.
Fucking idiots on Twitter. They're booking them horribly. These guys have been on every single show. I'm sure if the fucking Jacksonville Jaguars were playing right now, they'd be fucking lining up and ready to go. They're in every goddamn show since they've debuted, but they're being booked horrible. This is why I don't listen to people on Twitter unless it's us because we're cool. So Kyle, speaking of just segments that kind of scratch your head, right? People that scratch your head, whatever. We get a segment that starts in the back, then ends up going to the ring. No. And then ends up with the good guys going over, but then the bad guys go over again. And I'm talking about the JAS segment. Kyle, you said you had a lot of words about this.
That's entertainment.
That's entertainment. Kyle, let me know what you think about this.
Maybe
you should put yourself as a teacher in the classroom.
Okay, let me do that. I'm just gonna say, I'm not gonna say a lot of words about this. Because I have 2 words to say about this. It was too long.
No, there's not the words. The 2 words for you.
No.
Too long.
Too long.
Too long.
Anyways, it was okay. It was good for like the first 5 minutes of the segment. It did what it needed to do. But then, like, I had big pop for when Jake Hager opened the curtain and then Santana and Ortiz there, and he got whacked in the head with that sock. Yep. And then they brawled in the back. Sure, it didn't need to go all the way to the ring. Mm-hmm. And if it did, it should have ended right away. But it went all the way to the ring and then like 15 extra minutes piled on top.
Yeah.
It was just useless. It was I thought it was way too damn long. I'm a fan of this whole JS thing. I love they're making fun of the entertainment side. That's sports entertainment. Great. It's time management that's the problem here. They went way too damn long. Way too long. That's one of the little problems they have in this company is when they do big brawl stuff, things like this. And it's weirdly enough, it almost always involves whatever faction Jericho's in.
Yeah, 100%.
They always last way too long. I don't know if he's the one booking it.
Management of Andy Reid. It's fucking terrible.
He must have, because he must be booking these things, and it's way too damn long, like way too long.
Spoken like a fucking true Blue Eagles fan over here.
It is true. Daddy Magic remains the best part of the JAS. You damn right.
But oh my god,
we love Daddy Magic.
I was sitting there. We were in the chat, and like every 2 seconds, I'm like, okay, it's too long. Cut it. Nope. It kept going. Nope, it's too long. Then there was parts where they're in the ring where you thought it was the end. It's like, no, go get him. Let's attack him.
Get him now.
No, get it. You beat them down. And then Santana Ortiz getting shit kicked again. It's like,
it's like it.
Jericho's going to be the one to kick them out of AEW.
Yeah, and sadly enough, it might be. But Jacky, you did have some interesting comments about this when we were talking about this before doing the show. So yet again, the good guys get beat down in this feud, which is like, what is the point of having them come back if they're just getting beat down?
I could have sworn that this was going to go somewhere completely different. I'm like, why did you have Santana, Ortiz, and Kingston? Kingston, who's arguably one of the most over freaking people you have in your company. Why did you have them come out again to get squashed again? Like, it just, it hurts my soul so much. I'm not a fan of the JAS thing yet. Shout out to Daddy Magic, Matt Menard, or whatever. This is with you want to taste this about the only entertaining thing to me. Jericho, like we were saying, he looked like Grimace from the freaking McDonald's thing. My brother said he was what did he call the super duper looking ass with the purple jacket?
Yeah.
I can't. I didn't see what the point was. And like Kyle said, I can confirm he said it was too long. And he's about 90 seconds ahead of me in his feed. So as he's saying it's too long, I'm like, you mean it's still going?
Yeah. And luckily Ant had went to off Discord because he would have still been like 20 minutes away.
Yeah, it would have been 20 minutes. Fucking Jericho makes Jared Leto's Joker look good. Like, what are the purple gloves?
And
bro?
Jericho's still trying with that fucking, what the fuck was it? The hashtag
The
shit that he says.
GFY.
The GFY.
Oh.
You could GFY. Like,
But
oh
listen,
my
no,
god,
this
bro.
is
You-
what he
you
does
can
because
GFY.
people used to fucking hate when he was saying people's names wrong. He takes what people hate and he starts using it, and then it gets over. Watch in 6 months, people
That's
are like,
real heat,
GFY, bro. Watch.
Oh my god,
Hey.
please, if you're a fucking
Don't
wrestling
worry,
fan,
Ant.
don't say that shit.
Jericho's
to me
good
at
with
shows.
me. HH.
HH.
I love AEW Dark HH.
Oh my
But
God.
it's just one of those segments that, you know, like you said, and especially on this show where there was so much going on. You're gonna give like an extra 5 to 10 minutes to one of these incredible matches instead of giving us this whole drawn out segment.
First off,
And
why
so-
can't Eddie Kingston just whoop someone's ass and stand tall? Why is it always like
Why?
So now
What are
Adam
you
in the chat is
doing?
saying, who are the two guys that are going to come help Eddie Kingston and PMP? So now, obviously, the rumor is Homicide and Hernandez because they were a part of LAX in Impact, which they have ties to Kingston. They have ties to Santana Ortiz because if you don't know, Santana Ortiz were the newer version of LAX. Conan has been in AEW before, so maybe Conan comes out and brings them.
and then he'll DM
Sadly-
everyone and tell them to listen to his podcast.
Yes, sadly enough, we were talking about Blood and Guts earlier. It seems like it's going to be the JAS versus this LAX reunion group in a Blood and Guts match,
That'd be dope.
which it'd be great. But I mean,
Jericho can fall off the stage again. That'd be
yeah,
great. Cage.
I don't know. I'm liking the JAS more, but I didn't really like this segment. Like Kyle said, when they came to the ring, it was way too long. But now onto a match that Ant wanted to talk about earlier. We're going to bring it up now. So we get Bryan Danielson versus Wheeler Yuta, and this was a absolute
Oh,
fucking
God.
banger. I mentioned earlier, a lot of the veteran talent is working with younger talent and getting put over. CM Punk made Max Caster look like a star. FTR made the Gun Club look like stars. Danielson made Wheeler Yuta look like a future world champion. He made this guy look like he's going to win the ROH Pure title on Friday. He made this guy look like he's
Yes.
going to be one of the most must-watch wrestlers in the entire industry because this match was absolutely incredible. It really showcased Wheeler Yuta's heart, right? We hear, and for people who kind of pay attention to the talk that's around the indies, like I'm kind of out of it, but I hear what people say sometimes. And the one thing that kept coming up was you got to watch
MapQuest.
Wheeler Yuta versus, MapQuest. You got to watch Wheeler Yuta versus Daniel Garcia's Iron Man match and how this is the match that's being like praised from start to finish. Like this match is incredible. I still haven't watched it, but a lot of people are saying like this match is great.
It's
I don't have
incredible. I still haven't watched it.
I still haven't watched it. I'm not gonna lie to people, right?
Holy
But-
fuck.
but
What a
it's-
leeway into a letdown.
Yeah, I know.
Holy shit.
But no, so like a lot of people are talking about how great Wheeler Yuta is. And it's nice that we finally get to see him kind of showcase that on Dynamite. And with that being said, give this man a graphic for the love of God.
How is he not all elite yet?
I don't know how he's
What's going
all
on
yet. It
there?
is unbelievable. But Kyle, I want to start with you. What do you think of
Yeah, I'm
Danielson
the only one
versus
to
Yuta?
talk about it.
No, we're not starting with you.
No,
Nope.
too bad.
Too much sass over there.
All right.
Anyways,
Go ahead, Paragon. Tell me what you think.
yeah, yeah. Listen, me and Phil, the kings of sass here.
Kings of sass. Kings of sass
Anyways,
style.
I'll talk short so Ann can have the floor here. It's why isn't he have an all elite graphic? This man is literally the definition of workhorse for like the
Yep.
last like 8 months. B, I have seen parts of the Iron Man. I think it might have been like a highlight package from that Iron Man match. Really freaking good. Man, what the hell are you doing? Why are you changing
What's your background doing?
Anyways,
I just hit a button and something just happened.
okay. Anyways, yeah, it was. It just threw me off. I think Wheeler Yuta is for sure going to be, winning the Pure Championship because I think the story here is like they even had Regal on commentary talking, and he said he made mention that he loved that Wheeler Yuta stepped up to him. And he loved the fact that it looked like Wheeler Yuta wanted to like pop Regal in the face. He's like, I love that. And he's like, I wish he would have. So I think that he's going to go over Ring of Honor. He's going to win that Pure Championship. He's going to come back to AEW and be like, am I not worthy yet? Or maybe he comes into the ring while Regal's in the ring with the Pure Championship and slaps Regal across the face.
Maybe. And Regal did a fantastic job. If people didn't notice it, go back and listen to it. He did an incredible job of putting over Wheeler Yuta that entire match.
Yeah.
Match.
He did.
It was just great. But
big star too. Like he was over.
Don't be sassy. I want to hear you talk about this.
It was super cool.
Awesome. And what else?
It is amazing what happens when you leave a jokey, gimmicked faction.
Oh no, never mind. Forget it. All right, we're moving.
Amazing how much more serious I can take Wheeler Yuta and appreciate his in-ring work now that I don't see him as a joke with people who do comedy stuff. This isn't a knock on them. They're funny. I like it. But I never thought that Wheeler Yuta fit. And now it definitely shows that Wheeler Yuta did not fit with them. It was cool. It was a cool replacement. But this man is where he needs to be, right? He's going to join the BBC, the BCC. He's going to join the BCC.
BBC.
It's going to be incredible. This dude can go. He spit in Danielson's face. And
oh, my God. It was gross.
Took the ass whooping, right? But as the chat said, he stood in the ring and got cheers against Danielson. Mm-hmm. Wheeler Yuta felt like a star. I know we didn't talk about it. I know we don't have time to talk about it. Jon Moxley and Lethal fucking put on a great match. BCC can be on every week, and I'm not going to get tired of it because it's just fucking banger after banger.
Yeah, it's just them kicking the shit out of people every week.
Yeah, but I like that they let him get offense in. Yeah. Like, I thought Moxley was going to go wipe the floor with Lethal and be like, oh, fuck. And again, Lethal had a big chant last night. For him going against Moxley, like, so I love that the fans are reacting to these guys as the tweeners that they are. Yep. Like, they're not booing them, they're cheering them, but they're also cheering for their opponents. I can't wait to see who's next. We know Yuta's going to probably win Friday, bring the belt back, and join. Then what's next? Do they try stealing Daniel Garcia? Do they get a Lee Moriarty? Is Punk, what people are saying, is Punk going to join?
I don't think so anymore.
I don't think Punk fit. I don't think Punk fits. No. Punk's not that aggressive style, right? I would love Lee Moriarty to join. I think that one of the perfect fits. Like, give back and give to the younger guys, right? I would like Wheeler Yuta. I never knew he was that good.
Yeah. Let me throw last night.
I was like, this guy's better than half the roster.
Let me throw a name out there. I know it'd be weird, and it's. I'm probably gonna get a bunch of no's, but what about like a Miro?
Miro might be too aggressive.
Like the powerhouse. Like, you get the fighter, you get the technician, and you get
Miro
the powerhouse.
Might be way too aggressive. Like, these guys are like normal guys who are aggressive fighters. Miro is like a fucking caged animal.
Yo, I miss Miro.
So it's being reported that part of Miro being away, he's also kind of filming a movie and doing his own thing with that. So I really honestly think that they're waiting to bring Lana in.
Yeah. I
think that Alana is still filming that movie, right? If you follow her on social media, she's posting on all the time from her trailer and stuff. She's still doing that. So I think that and then Miro in the time is doing a movie or whatever. But it's cool. He signed an extension. Miro signed an extension.
Yeah, he's going to be in a big movie. It's produced by someone. I forget who, but it's produced by someone big. He's going to be in a big role with this whatever movie he's filming. Yeah. So that's awesome for him.
And he recently signed an extension with the company, just like Ethan Page. I don't know if he said that on the show. So we're good. We got him for years. Yeah. There's no rush to bring
Ethan
back.
Page, thank God. Let's go, baby.
Yeah, thank God.
Let's go.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Adam, I also want him to come back to do Miro and Lana versus Kip and Penelope, so we can finally get the bow on that. They have a great feud going. Miro's the one who put Kip out with the injuries. So
I just want to say, I have dreams of meeting certain AEW superstars at meet and greets and stuff. I don't want to meet Ethan Page at a meet and greet. I want to go toy hunting with Ethan Page.
Yep.
That's the ultimate goal.
That would be great. Yeah. That would be so great. But Jackie, any final words on the Danielson Yuta match?
Danielson is he's so phenomenal. His AEW run has been nothing short of freaking spectacular.
And his theme.
Wheeler Yuta is one of the biggest surprises to come out of this. And like you said, I don't follow the indie circuit all that much. So it's not like I could say oh, well, he was having bangers on the indies. This is my introduction to him here. Just the aggression and the defiance, like Ant said, about spitting in his face in those final moments. Yuta is young and hungry and eager to prove himself. And that 100% comes across that way. There was some moments where Wheeler Yuta is like bridged and Danielson is like hammering down on his
my
freaking
God.
quads. And it's like the strength and stability that you have to maintain a bridge that perfect while somebody is literally raining, kicks down on your quads. There were so many moments in that match where he was pulling these bridges that I was like super clean. And it's just, he is like, I think Adam pointed out that he's only 25 years old. And
he's from Philly. Don't fuck with Philly.
And he is just.
Did you see any of the Oscars? Don't fuck with Philly. Come on.
Really.
What?
He's really killing it out there. And I'm still shocked to this moment that he doesn't have his graphic with as much as they've been doing with him, as much as they've been pushing him and elevating him in these matches. And he's freaking great. He's somebody that you definitely need to keep your eye on. I would not be surprised if he takes that pure title at the ROH Super Card of Honor. And I think, isn't there a history there with Danielson also having, had that title?
The pure
as
title,
well?
yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so
and I think Danielson's going to be there because they're doing the Ring of Honor Hall of Fame, and I think it's Danielson, Punk, and Joe were the three.
Oh, what if Joe joins?
Yeah.
The story just writes itself. They have such a brilliant way of weaving all these little details together. But,
and Kyle are going to get their, or Kyle's going to get the group that he made.
No, that was
Ant or
Ant.
Kyle?
That was Ant.
Oh. All right, so to kind of wrap up Dynamite last night, there was a lot of stuff that happened with the women, and I want to go, each of you is going to get an individual topic because I want to make sure we talk about it because a lot of stuff happened last night. So I want to start with Jacky first, and I only want to hear from Jacky for this. So we get the Thunder Rosa promo. Finally, we get the promo that we were supposed to, and you're going to get your own topic.
I know,
too.
it's Jade. I get Jade. I'm happy.
Exactly. So, Jacky, how great was it that Thunder Rosa got to say what she got to say without being interrupted and really got to dig her teeth in it and to show the great champion that she is?
I love that for her because she really did deserve that moment as the new champion. And like she said, she doesn't just want to be the face of the AEW women's division. She wants to be the face of women's wrestling, period. And she wants to put women's wrestling back on the map. She said pillars get knocked down, but foundations remain standing. And I'm just like, yes, Thunder, yes, go for it. I've said this so many times. I love the fact that she's allowed to go out there and say what she needs to say. Nobody's trying to criticize her for the fact that her English isn't perfect. Everything that she says is deliberate, intense, and comes across with such purpose and such conviction. I can't wait to see the title run that she's going to go on and who she's going to face next, which is obviously Nyla. But yeah, Thunder Rosa is a freaking badass. Rosa. I love her, and I cannot wait to see this title run for her.
Thunder Rosa.
Thunder Rosa.
No, actually, Kyle, it's Thunder Rosa.
Thunder.
Wow.
Wow. Yeah, that's a good one.
Mikey Ruckus is like, seriously, dude?
Mikey Ruckus is like, how can I remix that? But now the next one up. So, Ant, we got to see another great backstage promo with Jade Cargill and Mark Sterling. But this time, we actually get the announcement of who Jade's opponent is going to be as she's going into her 30th match, looking to go 30-0. We get Marina Shafir versus Jade Cargill. How do you feel about the promo, and how do you feel about the match that is to follow?
I'm excited that they tried, like Mark tried giving her Leva Bates, which is great. She's awesome as an actual person. She's a really sweet person. But like you and Jade's like, I don't want that. Like that, I'm past that shit. Like that was the beginning. Give me competition. I went through everyone. I want real competition. And I was wondering why they showed that video package at the beginning of the night. Because I'm like, oh, cool. Like I don't know much. I don't watch Dark. I know. Yell at me. I don't watch the stuff. So like
she's only had a few matches on Dark.
To me, like I know she's like an ex-fighter. She's a badass. It's a perfect competition. And what a way to kick down the door and make your debut on television against Jade, right? So hopefully it's a knockdown, drag out fight. But I'm hyped that Jade's like kind of going away from like the easy route. I think that's super cool that you can have a heel that's a tough heel. I love tough heels. I hate the chicken shit thing where she would have been like, yeah, I'll take that. She wins in 3 seconds. No, like I want the grind. I want her to be the unstoppable villain. In comic books and movies, Villains don't always cheat. They just win because they're stronger than people until people figure them out. And I think that's the perfect story for Jade.
Yeah, absolutely. And Marina, so Marina she never made it to UFC. She was in like the minor league of that. And like she was on the verge of making it, and then all of them got signed to WWE. And her and Jessamine had some good stuff in NXT. So Marina can go. And she seems to have gotten even better since leaving WWE. So I'm excited for it. And I think the styles are gonna mesh really well.
She part of the
because Jade's a powerhouse.
Of
yes, Marina. Yeah. So Marina is Ronda Rousey's best friend.
Okay. Yeah, I thought she looked familiar.
Marina is
so it's Marina,
Roderick Strong's wife.
It's Marina Shafir, Ronda Rousey,
Shayna Baszler, and Jessamine Duke. Yeah. So they were the four. So a backstory, if everybody wants to know, Ronda Rousey did the Ultimate Fighter with Miesha Tate, and Rousey's best friend is Marina. So she was there as like one of her coaches. On that season was Jessamine and Shayna. Shayna is like this legendary MMA fighter that even like Rousey looked up to, right? So they just all became really close friends. They all lived together. And that's they gave them the name the four horsewomen of MMA, and then the rest is history. But yeah, so Marina's really cool. So I'm excited to see her back in the ring because she is awesome. Now, Kyle, your segment is going to kind of transition us into the Rampage preview because, two girls that we love on this show, one that you are in love with. So we get announced that another qualifier for the Owen Hart tournament is Jamie Hayter versus Sky Blue. Now, Kyle, what is your thoughts on this match?
Sorry, just like that
ant. Yeah.
Just popping me. Anyways, Jamie Hayter gonna run through. This is me, fanboy, talking right now. Gonna run through that tournament. And I hope she wins it all. But who knows with that tournament? Anyways, I'm excited for this. I think it's clearly Jamie that's gonna beat Sky Blue here.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, weirder things have happened on AWTV, but
this is Jamie Hayter's time to get fucking pushed right here. So,
I think this is where you do it. I think she needs to be in the finals. If I'm speaking on behalf of her, I think she needs to go all the way to the finals. And maybe it said in the chat, maybe a Storm and Hayter final would be really awesome.
I don't know if the world can handle that much cake. I really don't.
There's already going to be a lot there on Friday.
I know. Friday
exactly.
night. That's dessert.
There's going to be candles on it. There's a lot of.
Hey, Justin, happy birthday. Here's your cake Friday night.
Yeah. Anyways, respectively, yes, it's going to be a great match. And I can't wait for it. I'm hyped for Jamie Hayter to go far in this tournament. I hope she wins it all, really, to be honest. Big fan of her work ever since she first came into AEW back in like 2019 when she's shown up in the first couple of Dynamites and she went back to Stardom. And I started watching like her Stardom tournaments and her winning like the championship in Stardom. She's come a long way of learning the Japanese
and that would be
style
cool. Now you bring up the Stardom stuff, right? And we didn't even mention earlier, but Excalibur bringing up all the Stardom stuff with Toni Storm, because Toni Storm's like one of the best competitors Stardom has ever had. She's won like everything. So it would be cool, like you said, maybe we get a Toni Storm versus Jamie Hayter and we bring in that whole Stardom element of like, I was dominant, so were you.
That could be fun. I'm interested to see how many I kind of go back to what Ant said. Like, we don't know a lot of details of the Owen tournament. Like, we don't know how many women are going to be in it, and we don't know how many men are going to be in it. I don't think they've said, like, what's the total number, because we're having qualifiers, but how many qualifiers are we going to have? Because how many women are qualifying for the tournament? We do 8-woman tournament.
Is it 4? Is it 8?
Well, the one thing we know for sure is that the finals is at Double or Nothing for both men and women. So if we can kind of start to map out how many weeks we have.
Well, they're doing the men next week, too. They're starting the men.
Yeah, but the men is qualifying. So we don't even know when
they're
the
starting
tournament's
the men's
start.
qualifying next week. So they're doing more women qualifying next week. So I'm gonna guess 8 each.
That'd be cool. Yeah.
So if we have Jamie and Toni in the tournament, this tournament is shaping up to be really cool. I hope it goes to what we thought, or we kind of said touch base on earlier. Maybe Tay Conti and Paige Van Zandt is a qualifying match. That'd be really cool. But
I still think we get more surprises.
I don't think Paige Van Zandt is gonna have their match early. This goes back to me and Jacky's Good Morning Elite episode. I think they're gonna wait, and Paige Van Zandt's first wrestling match is gonna be in Vegas at Double or Nothing. And that's gonna be
So Double or Nothing would have then 4 women's matches, which would be fucking awesome. They would
Yeah.
have Paige and Ty, the Owen final, TBS
Yeah, and Thunder.
world title.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That'd be fantastic. And even if they're on the buy-in, right? They've showed in the past that the buy-in is not a demotion
was
either.
fucking bangers.
Yeah, the buy-in was fantastic.
It does its job.
Raptor was on the buy-in.
It
that
sells
was
the
great.
pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, for more of a Rampage preview, besides the Jamie Hayter and Sky Blue match that's going to break the internet, we have Young Bucks versus Top Flight, House of Black versus Evil Uno and Stu Grayson and Fuego. We hear from Scorpio Sky, Dan Lambert, and Paige Van Sant, which I'm very excited for that. So we also hear from Chris Statlander, and then we get Powerhouse Hobbs
that main
versus
event.
Keith Lee as a main event. That is going to be a fucking war.
When I talk
and I
about
love
a
it.
show like that you want to tune into, this is what I'm talking about. And maybe it's because they're
listening.
Friday night, they have competition with themselves.
Yeah.
The Hall of Fame
Especially-
Friday night too?
Yeah, the Hall of Fame is after SmackDown.
WrestleMania SmackDown.
What the fuck? Like, so for wrestling fans this weekend, that night is stacked though. It really is.
Friday has
And the
Ring of
Supercard.
Honor,
Yeah.
Impact, SmackDown, the Hall of Fame after SmackDown. There's probably a Beyond show that starts at 3 a.m. Like, it's just
I mean, obviously,
That's
like
WrestleMania weekend, man. It's
I don't keep up with WWE, but I think everybody's probably going to at least watch clips of the Undertaker going to the Hall of Fame. I mean, it's
I'll
the
watch
fucking
it the next
Under.
day. I'll watch it.
It's the Undertaker. I don't care if he hates Twitch streamers and he used to snort coke off stripper. I don't care. Right? I don't care what he used to do back when men
were men.
Keith Lee versus Powerhouse Hobbs is a match that I'm like, I have to watch Rampage this weekend. I have to. I don't. Last weekend we had it on in the background when Phil's over. This weekend it's like this is much watch. Like I'm gonna watch Supercard
And transition into Rampage.
I'm gonna transition right into Rampage and watch that.
Yep.
I think
And listen,
It's gonna be a
Bucks
long
versus
night.
Top Flight.
2
Let's not
hours.
undersell that.
Right? I think they're doing
No, listen. If Tony Khan's putting on a Ring of Honor show, the shit's got to end at like 12:30. We got to keep the tradition of Ring of Honor shows because when I used to go to Hammerstein shows, listen, when I go to Hammerstein shows, these fucking shows took so goddamn long to end. I remember seeing Davey Richards and fucking Eddie Edwards at like 12:30. Like, bro, can we just end the show already? Jesus Christ. But it should be a good night. I mean, it sucks that. Speaking of Supercard of Honor, if people don't know, Deanna can't be on the show. Tony wanted her on the show. He didn't want her to wrestle like twice in like 20 minutes.
We were going to get Britt and Deanna. We were going to get Britt.
We were going to get it, but now we're going to get Willow Nightingale versus Mercedes with the winner facing Deanna. So that'd be cool.
Give me Deanna. You guys think I love Jade? Wait till Deanna shows up in AEW.
Yeah, it's going to be a wrap. But yeah, so a lot of great wrestling. If you're in the Dallas area, have fun. We've said this before. We've said this on other shows and other projects. The best part of WrestleMania weekend is hanging out with your friends. Go to as many events as you can. Go to all these indie shows, right? Go to Supercard of Honor if you're there. If you're in the area, obviously. Watch as much as you can because you're going to get a ton of crossover, right? I know Impact's doing a show called Multiverse of Matches. So that show's going to be incredible.
What does that
Support
even mean?
wrestling. What do you mean? What does it mean?
What is that? Is it just the name of the show? Like,
it's called Multiverse of Matches. It's because it's a bunch of people from a bunch of different companies.
Okay, I was wondering why it was called that.
No. It's not just. It's like Impact does these super shows during.
I thought they're gonna be like one match is gonna be in like the Impact stage now, and then they're gonna bring back like the TNA like Impact Zone.
That would be that, and the main event's in a 6-sided ring. Yeah, that would be fucking a crazy production scale. Impact would tape like 6 months in advance. It would be awesome, but still. But yeah, so it's a lot of great wrestling. Make sure you guys watch as much as possible. And yeah, so thank you guys for listening to Elite POV. If you want to follow the show, it's at Elite POV on Twitter and Instagram, at Elite POV Clips on TikTok. We are starting to post more and more TikToks. You saw a few of them will go up there today. We're going to get more of us individually, not just one of us or whatever. Everyone's going to get on there because everyone loves that medium. Everybody has a ton of fun with TikTok. So we're going to give you guys that content. So look forward to that too. Jacky, let them know where they can follow you.
Well, if I'm still alive and well after Friday, after FTR takes those Ring of Honor Tag Team Championships, you can follow me at LoveYouMake24 on Twitter and Jacksadraw POV on Instagram to watch me mark the fuck out.
Kyle, where can they follow you?
You guys can follow me on Twitter at AllEliteKyle, but make sure you guys are also following myself and Ant's eFederation. That is twitter.com/AWF_eFed. We have a lot of cool stuff planned. Me and Ant are literally booking and planning crap literally every single day. Doesn't matter what day it is. Me and Ant are texting each other about something eFed related. But you guys are going to want to follow and join along for the ride because it's been such a crazy ride so far. You guys are awesome. Everyone that's in the chat that's participating in our eFed, thank you guys so much for all your support and you guys interacting. It means the world to me and Ant. And if you're new listener and you're listening for the first time, you're wondering what the hell that is, come watch. Come over to twitch.tv/Alliance Wrestling Fed. Watch myself and Ant on Sunday and Monday nights. You can catch Ant at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time on Sunday, myself on Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. We do a lot of cool stuff. What's called eFederation, where we commentate over simulated matches in WWE 2K. People have their custom characters. We have our own shows. It's awesome. Come hang out, have a good time, and yeah, follow.
So, Ant, talk about your guys' YouTube channel, talk about AWF1, and talk about your special start time for Ambition this weekend.
All right, so Ambition this weekend, as Kyle just said, we are talking all the time. I have my handy-dandy notebook, like my Tony Khan notebook right here that I write match ideas.
Pull that up real quick so we can screenshot it and see the booking.
Well, this was week 2, so you can see this. But the problem is I don't know who wins these matches.
Yeah.
So then I have to build a storyline off of who wins the matches.
Yeah. It sucks.
Because it's WrestleMania weekend, and I know I'll have a better show than them, but still, 10 o'clock in the morning on Sunday,
I'll be there.
You'll get a special Ambition. It'll be really fun. AWF1 came to our YouTube channel. You get one match per week. This week, it was the Intercontinental Championship. Fang Skyther versus the Professor. It was fucking fun to do. Next week, Kyle's turn. I think he has an Extreme Rules match. So we're just having a ton of fun. That's Alliance Wrestling Fed on YouTube. Come join us. Come hang out. And I don't have a Twitter. I have Kirk Ranner. Follow Kirk Ranner if you want me in character, but not really in character.
Yeah. In character, aka being himself. But yeah, so thank you guys for listening. As we mentioned before, patreon.com/ElitePOV. Right after this, me and Kyle are recording the first episode of Nerdy Elite, so you want to make sure you check that out. Keep your eyes open for the Discord. More details on when that's launching soon. And ElitePOVmerch.com to get our great merchandise that is up there. So thank you guys for listening to another great episode of Elite POV. And remember, you don't need a hat to be a cowboy. See you later.